Right.
It's hard to stay at that level.
Right. And you guys are doing a lot of the best practices on the right side of this folder. You'll see those best practices, and you guys are pretty much doing all of them, which is great. You know, and I just wanted to take a minute too, just to call out Ashley and her work that she's done as your employee campaign manager, because I think that's critical, not only to have support at the executive level, but then to have people that are actually willing to roll up their sleeves and execute on the campaign. So you talked about the challenge that you had with WPS, but what about things like special events or any other type of initiatives you might take for this year's campaign? Any thoughts on that?
I actually haven't spent a lot of time thinking about this since last year. I would like to kind of take a look at what other people are doing that really have an impact and see what attributes of other people's programs we can bring to ABC.
Well, one thing I would say, you already have a Rosenberry ambassador, which is great because that person is really helping drive that Rosenberry message, which Tom talked a little bit about. The other thing, you could definitely, participation is very important, but you can also grow your leadership giving dollars and increase the average gift per person that way. And so appointing a Key Club coordinator could be another great opportunity. And they really help with that messaging. So they would really assist Ashley so it's not all on her shoulders, but really focus in and hone in on that leadership giving message. So that could be sharing more details about the leadership giving incentives and levels and things like that, but then also making sure that we're personally thanking those donors. They're giving at a high enough level that we want to make sure we're doing that.
I read that there are some companies that they really try to reward the leadership, the people who give at a leadership level by having, say, a dinner at the CEO's house, recognizing those people who give $500 or more, or $750 or more. So I'd love to get your thoughts on how we could get broader participation among the managers and supervisors at the company, so that we really get buy-in, so that they can, continue to prioritize United Way when it comes to all the different things that we're doing. They're really going to be in charge, especially as the company grows.
And I think a great way to do that would be to, in addition to having employee campaign managers and Rosenberry ambassadors, to have someone dedicated and devoted to Key Club, the Key Club coordinator. And as part of that allocation, there's a lot of training that goes on here at United Way, in support of helping those Key Club coordinators come up with some of these unique initiatives that have been best practices at other companies.
And what is the Key Club coordinator? What is that role?
So it's someone, ideally they're giving at a Key Club level within your company, and we do have a list of leadership givers in your folder, and so you can take a look at that roster, and if there's someone, it can really be a great development opportunity, professional development opportunity for them, a leader in the company that can help drive that message, and people would respect them, coming from them. So they can really, as Tom said, they can really brainstorm with other coordinators too. And we have a Key Club committee that's meeting formally, and then the coordinators can feed into that and learn from what that committee is brainstorming and organizing. So it's just a great way to get more ideas and not feel like they're alone in trying to drive that leadership giving message. So.
And to that point, and you had asked earlier, and hopefully I answered the question in terms of how we came up with the number. But I think more importantly is how do we help you get to the number. So another piece that I'll call your attention to is kind of the roadmap to success, which really breaks out the areas of opportunity that we've identified, which includes corporate gift, participation, leadership giving, special events, and assigns numbers to each of those, to your earlier point about quantifying things, to really break it down to help you and your employee campaign managers figure out, how do we do this? So that's the roadmap to success there. A big part of that, and a real critical kickoff to that piece is the corporate gift. And so you'll notice on there, last year we have extended a challenge for you to increase that corporate gift. I'd like to get some feedback from you on that in terms of your thoughts.
I think that's probably something that we can do. We do a corporate matching right now, one-to-one.
Yeah, and that will continue?
Yeah, that will continue.
Excellent.
So as we see more employees join the company and we see more giving, that will naturally increase. Are you thinking something in addition to that?
Yeah, the corporate gift itself in addition to the match, the corporate dollars. So I think it was last year it was 30, it was 28,337, and this year we're asking you for 32,746.
Well, you do, we do a lot of banking with you. What do you get as a?
That's a really good. We're actually thinking more on increasing our gift by
First business.
by 50% this year. Matt, you did.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Really? And how do you typically, if you're trying to increase corporate giving, what's the approach? Is it a 2-to-1 match, or how do you do it?
Well, I think there's a couple of different ways of doing it. You know, there's the employee education, there's the rallies, and again, you guys from a best practices perspective have always done a lot of the rallies and gotten your people engaged, had agency speakers. Those are all great things, and we certainly hope that you'll continue to do those, because those really are critical to getting to the goal. The other thing, just from a participation perspective, I wanted to point out as well, we are going to have another sweepstakes this year. That's sponsored by Task, and then there's this amazing company out in Research Park, a company called Exact Sciences. I just can't speak highly enough about them and what they're doing. It's just, it brings a tear to my eye to even think about it. It's stellar.
Really?
But it's a wonderful opportunity for people who are giving ongoing, if they increase their gift by $25 a year or more, or new donors who are contributing for the first time $25 or more. So that's a great way to begin to increase that the participation side of things. But I think back to the corporate giving side of it, it's more of a message being sent by the company of, we truly believe in this, and you know, we want to support the match, and we want to step up as a company. And clearly, what you're doing as an individual sends a strong message as well.
Well, I know that our company really benefits from the workforce training program at the through the Urban League.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we could talk about some type of program that would be aimed at enhancing that, so that not only would the community benefit, but there would also be some benefit to our employee training needs.
Right. And that might be a wonderful opportunity from an agency speaker standpoint to have somebody from Urban League come out and specifically talk about some of the things that they're doing, because that really resonates, you know, directly with you and in your company.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We're willing to take a look at that, and hopefully somebody from your staff could help us think through that.
I'll follow up on that, definitely.
I also want to make sure I leave this with, this is the corporate support pledge form, so if you'd like, you know, if you want to go ahead and sign that today, I'd be happy to take that back with me.
You're willing to give me
I have a pen right here ready for you if you'd like to sign that. I'd be happy to take that back with me today.
How do you spell your last name?
It's C-H-A-M-B-A-S. I'll say thank you very much.
That's good.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Well, do you have any other questions or any other way that we can help?
No, I'm just really appreciative of the fact that you're out here today, and it's been a great relationship. I hope that it continues, and I look forward to working with you.
Well, that's wonderful. You know, one last thing I do want to mention, and we talked about it earlier, is, and you talked a little bit about employee engagement, and one of the things that we've had the great success with has been the Rosenberry Society in terms of, I'm guessing that a lot of your workforce is on the younger end of the spectrum, and it's a wonderful opportunity for those folks to get engaged in the community, to learn more about the community, to volunteer, to get maybe their first exposure to philanthropy. And as Fran mentioned earlier, you have a Rosenberry ambassador, which is great. You've added a bunch of new Rosenberry members, and you know, we really hope again that will continue, because we see that as a huge value.
Well, we could get a message out to all of our employees with maybe a little video from Ashley.
Sure.
Talking about how she has benefited. She loves being part of the Rosenberry.
Yeah, she's on the council even, I believe,
She is.
from a leadership standpoint.
Yeah.
So,
And that was all on her own. She decided, she learned about it, took the initiative to do it, so maybe she could talk to other employees about the benefits that she has gained from being part of that.
excellent.
That would be great.
Excellent.
I would love that. So just logistically, as next steps, I will recap our meeting and I'll send you an email with some of the details. I'll definitely follow up on that Urban League speaker so that we have that.
That'd be great.
So as it resonates with your employees, we want to make sure whatever agency comes in is resonating with your employees. So
Last year you sent the guy with the CNI dog.
Oh,
training.
okay.
And puppies. really.
Yeah, maybe it's in puppies, right?
That was the real reason.
Yeah, that's the 82%, huh?
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, just watch for an email from me if you need anything. I'm your contact at United Way, and then obviously Tom's a resource as well. So, but thank you again for all of your
Yes,
support
thank you very much.
and your endorsement. We really appreciate it.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.